What is going on, you beautiful people? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today we got ourselves another nutty lively game, this time lively fog with a very interesting ending. Also, a very interesting matchup. You know, I got a soft spot for Grit and Fog. I feel like he's a very hard CO to play, similar to Sammy in Standard, sometimes Sturm as well in Fog. The other COs are a lot easier to play. Oh, Von Bolt, oh, Hawk, oh, easy. Grit's hard to play, Sturm, Sammy. So when I see some good Grit play, when I see some good Sammy play, I can't help but cast it. So this game took place on the map Segmentation Fault. It is a medium to low income map with contested comm towers in the corners and somewhat exposed HQs. There's 20k per side, assuming everyone captures all the properties, and quite a bit of forests. I mean, if Sturm is allowed here, I would pick Sturm, because look how many forests there are. I think Sturm's probably got to be banned, because that is ridiculous, the amount of forests right here. But you also have some labs in the middle that don't really serve much of a purpose since there is HQs. But like I said, the comm towers are very contested. Also contested are this property here, these two in the middle, and this property as well. You have a very weak base with two forts over here and an airport, but you can reinforce it with this base over here. You just have to kind of go up a bit to reinforce over here. But to go to the corner over there, you only have one base really. Very strong copters here. Pretty forward airport, honestly, for the map. With all the forest and stuff, like copters here are going to clean up. So very copter heavy map. Comm tower pressuring map. So yeah, Grit's going to have a very hard time on this map in general. The force will help out. There's some nice spots to perch your artillery, but at the same time, getting them out in the first place into position and losing a comm tower or not even getting one can be incredibly difficult for Grit. Sturm would have a field day. Von Bolt is probably the best CO here. I'd pick Von Bolt over Hawk even, because it's not that high of an income map. But a very tough matchup for Best Mike is Grit. And it's a live game too, might I add, making Grit even harder to plan because you have to have the positioning right, to have the infantry walls to protect your artillery. The cards are really stacked against Grit in this. I would consider Grit maybe a tier 3 CO on this map, honestly. So seeing a tier 3 CO versus a tier 1 CO, you guys work cut out for him. But I think both players are around 1100, 1050 in live league Fog, so pretty equal matchup. So Best Mike better play out of his mind if he wants to win this. Anyway, without further ado, oh yeah, and there's these pipe seams, you can break them. You don't really need to break them. If you have the extra time, maybe, but I usually break these, not early, but maybe around turn like 12 or something. You need to have some pressure depending on your CO. If you're Hawk, maybe you have a little more boomy build and bust it open early. If you have Von Bolt, you probably want to wait and do some damage first. But yeah, there's a pipe seam dynamic here as well. I recommend breaking it at some point in the game. I'll just put it that way. Anyway, without further ado, in the bottom, in the blue moons, we got Best Mike is Grit. In the top, in the grays, in gray, we got Vulcan Gray. Gray. Great. So, I see a lot of early recons on this map. I would not be surprised in the slightest to see Vulcan Gray go day 3 recon here. Probably very strong versus Grit. There's a lot of force to slow it down, but I would still be expecting a day 3 or day 4 at the latest recon from Vulcan Gray. Goes for the day 3 recon from this back base over there. A little harder to reinforce into the middle. You go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like very slow. You have to kind of shift it to the middle, honestly. There's not enough roads over here. It's kind of if you build up here, that's when you pressure the side. So it kind of maybe a day 4 recon over here as well with all the roads. Once you break through this forest, like you're going to get to the comm tower pretty early. So let's see if he builds a day 4 recon as well. He certainly can. I probably would. I'd go double reeks every day of the week, honestly, versus Grit. Put the pressure on and build it from that weak base. Build it? No, builds from the same base. Okay. Let's see how it works out for him. Grit already built an artillery. We're going in. Is he going to burst the pipe seam, or is he going to put in one of these forests? He needs to have his own tanks, though. Honestly, a lot of times when I'm playing Grit, I build my first vehicle as a tank, just because I know recon spam is coming. So I build a tank, and then I build an artillery afterward. But we'll see how the first artillery works out for Best Mike. Recon centralizes itself. The other's probably going to follow in its footsteps. A lot of infantry. More of a boomy build from Best Mike. I mean, what else are you going to do as Grit? He might want to rush the comm tower. I don't know if he has enough time, though. 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn. This is going to if he so chooses the front shift to the top, it's going to be too late for him. Grit building his own double freaky reekies. I don't like it this early. I would have preferred a tank here. A tank like from here or here to defend these infantry, to defend the artillery. And he needs some vehicular bodyguards, if you will, for the artillery, and he doesn't have that. Recons are great for scouting information, but he needs something to hit the tanks. So I'm not a huge fan of that. And it looks like the recon is definitely making a beeline for the comp tower. Honestly, he could have built it up here. It makes a lot more sense. It's going to take an additional like 1 or 2 turns for this recon to reach there than it would over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 turns, you already see the comp tower. What's 3 turns here, 4 turns, 5 turns to see the comp tower and interrupt. So 2 more turns to even see the comp tower. It's a little sussy Baka, and I like this move by Best Mike. Vulcan Grey, it's underrated. Go for the chain and the comp tower early. And I would like to see the same thing for Best Mike. Granted, he has no vehicle backup. He needed a tank over here for some sort of punishment. But Grit's tanks do like nothing to Vulcan Grey's tanks. So his tanks are really there to attack recons. They can't really attack or first strike a tank. Unless the tank is on a road and you're on like a city, Grit's tanks just outright lose to Vumble tanks. This is a very tough matchup. We see the first copter. Honestly, I like it. It's a base skip, but copters on this map are incredibly good. You're still getting 2 infantry anyway. If you build a vehicle, you'll still be getting 2 infantry, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really like this beginning by Vulcan Grey. It's a little different than usual. I don't like the recon placement, but other than that, I like the buys themselves. So let's see if he can put some pressure on. Nice move by Best Mike. He senses as well, but he really needs like something to defend those units. The artillery needs to go up here and somehow like plop in this forest or in this forest or something. But I hate the passivity on that. I mean, you have to be aware of the recon, but you should be able to calculate in your head that this is not going to reach in time. Like this, even if day 3, it's not going to reach this artillery if it moves right there. So I don't know about that movement. It seems very, very, very wimpy. And you can't even go in there in the next turn. I would have like maybe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, at least this one, man. At least this one. Like, it just seems really passive. Finally builds a tank over there. It's probably a little late though. So Vulcan Grey's definitely got the advantage, I would say, so far. I mean, so Best Mike needs to make up for this somehow. The Freaky Reekies are about to get a peaky and about to get cheeky. Recon over here spots this infantry over there, so now he has to be careful about where this artillery goes. He doesn't want to get spanked by the artillery. Or by the recon, excuse me. Reek goes over there, sees nothing on the cap. He could have done this last turn, man. He's like forest hopping. But he could have done that last turn. Riki takes a peek, sees all these infantry over there. No vehicle backup. Copter comes in too, knowing if there is a vehicle that hits that, a tank, a grid tank without a comp tower is going to like knock that down to like 6 on a planes. And then if you dare attack it with your own tank, then this copter is going to spank you so hard. Yeah. This is a tough matchup, guys. Best Mike needs to be on his best game. Best Mike, best game. That's the only way he's going to be able to win this. Recon takes a peek, captures the lab, because why the hell not? Bro, surely. You put the artillery there, right? Okay, I guess so. I also don't like it going over the city, giving some vision. Do as little vision as possible. Just go straight there. Why are you flashing it up front to the middle? Just little things like that. If the recon was in this forest right here, it would not see you if you went like this or like this. But if it's in this forest there and you do this little flash in front of the city, I don't like that. Minimize your vehicle movements to your opponent, especially in fog games like this. So, little does Best Mike know, there's some freaky reeks, and they're out there. And they're going to pounce, no doubt about it. He's about to get his comp tower. I don't think Best Mike's getting that comp tower. I'll just say it right now. Attacks in. He's going to lose that recon at least. I think that should be a one-shot, even without the comm tower. It's on a road. Copter comes in, reveals itself. I don't love that, honestly. I would have preferred to keep that hidden. And then when the tank attacks the recon, so you attack with the recon here and the copter, then you can surprise and do a lot more damage than just doing like 500 in damage. You could be doing like 3,000 in damage. So I don't really like revealing that copter so early. So Best Mike must be very happy that he showed that. Now he's immediately going to build an anti-air. He probably didn't even have anti-air on his mind before. But now he definitely is building one, so I don't like that reveal of the copter. Still dies. Oh, knocks it down to 4. Not bad. That's higher than I thought, I guess, from the chip. Builds an anti-air, obviously. I don't know about this. This seems sussy. You want to keep your infantry alive so you can capture things. That seems like a waste for sure. Okay. Interesting. This lab is useless. I would have probably attacked this. I still probably would attack that. Yeah. But he's going to allow that cap to go through. We have a comm tower in line for Vulcan Grey. Copter front shifts over here, gets trapped. This copter is drunk. I feel like all the other units are moving pretty decently well, but this copter is like doing nothing. It got did 500 damage in funds, and now it's just getting trapped by 4 HP infantry. He is denying the comm tower though, which is very good for Vulcan Grey. Tank being very passive over here, interestingly enough. I guess he's afraid of this moving around. But he needs to start building up vehicles. He's got a lot of money. He probably just built 3 tanks this turn, honestly. I'm not really afraid of grid copters, to be perfectly honest. So I'd triple tank towards Reddit, probably. And he does. Like, a grid copter? Yeah, it's not doing much. Captures over here. Will he be able to get through? Probably not. But whatever attacks will get spanked by that artillery. Recon comes in. As long as Mike stabilizes here, he's doing all right. He got a free recon kill. He's behind in the capture game. He's behind in the comm tower game. But he's not doing too terribly. He's finally getting his artillery in position, which is very important. Once you get them in position, life becomes a lot easier than the early game. The early game is where Grit struggles the most. And he's got tons of time as well. Here comes Vulcan Grey, though. That copter, despite revealing itself several times, is still only killing infantry. Really wants to deny. Oh, he's barely going to get it off. Knocks it down to 3. He needed 4. I mean, he could use the tank, but he doesn't want to lose that to the artillery, I suppose. That's dead. Bonk. Infantry slowly putting pressure on this property, on the HQ as well. Getting a little scary. Getting a little too feisty, perhaps. But Vulcan Grey, he's got the funds. He's got the units. Best Mike needs to fight back. He's getting some kills, though. His unit count is doing pretty decent. Okay. Double blocking, or double putting pressure to protect this infantry. Kills the recon, kills the infantry. Some chump change, but reveals the anti-air. I don't love that. Similar to revealing the copter. You could have put in this forest right here, and it would have just been just as good. He would have attacked, and you could have killed it off. Don't really like that reveal. Felt like it was unneeded. Built a grit copter. We'll see how well that does. But I also don't like this. You need to keep your infantry alive so you can start capping things later. I don't like sacrificing this. And you knock 2, you lose 1. I mean, sure, it's win technically, but don't love that. But okay. Copter comes in despite knowing about... This copter is so reckless. It's ridiculous, honestly. I really don't like that copter play. Oh, but he's... Oh, just barely out of reach. He could have done a double copter kill this turn. That would have really flipped things around for Best Mike. Oh, he would love that. Tank comes in, though. Bang! Oh, the pressure over there as well. Now, this is like a fake out. Now the real pressure's coming over here in the far west. Pressure on that city, pressure at the HQ, pressure in the middle. This is a fake out. He's losing the copter. But other than that, nothing really bad going on over there. But there will be a nice counterattack from these artilleries. Boonk. Can't even kill. Can't even kill. Not even. Nope. He has to use a whole tank to kill a 1 HP infantry. He needs infantry up here now. Like these... Remember, he let all his infantry die? He has nothing left to really capture this. He's got this 8 HP infantry that wants to capture there. But he's got no infantry over here. He's got a 2 HP infantry. This is why you keep your infantry safe. You heal them up, because when you eventually do win this battle with your superior positioning and artillery, you need to be able to capture it. If you just win the battle, it doesn't matter if you have no spoils of war. Snipe attack comes in mid-turn. Okay. He's going to one-shot this tank, probably. Or that one, I guess. Okay. Sure. Recon violence. Oh, God. Oh, God. An 8-8 from a city. This is why Grid's tough, guys. And I don't think he can even interrupt that. That's not even worth it. Reveals the anti-air. Doesn't even one-shot an infantry on a road. Okay. Okay. Best Mike trying his best. HQ cap is coming online, though, and it's hard to dislodge those things when you have no Tom Tower. HQ cap threat is very real right now. I mean, this is pretty scary. I don't even know if this infantry is even a guaranteed 2. I don't think it is, actually. This is getting incredibly scary, incredibly early. It's only day 13, and there's a big threat of an HQ cap going on over here. And this infantry really wants to capture that comp tower. So if I'm Vulcan Grey, I keep that very hidden. Make sure it doesn't die. And then when you fight over here, it's actually worth something. You can get the double comp tower. So I feel like both players could be a little more careful with their infantry. But it might not even matter if there's an HQ cap. All right, Best Mike, what do you got? Copter comes in. Bang. Doesn't even attack the other copter because he has to use 2 vehicles to clear a simple infantry. If that's not sad, I don't know what is. That's like, oh God. Some Make-A-Wish Foundation sad right there. Oh God. Just depressing, really, how weak Grid is. He is getting pretty good ahead on the unit count, though. He's getting a lot of kills. So not all hope is lost. But still, that's ugly. And knocks down 2 HP. Poor, you gotta feel for Grid, guys. You gotta feel for the poor banjo playing guy. Oh my God. Okay, well, you at least gotta put this like in position to. You need to at least have, yeah, something. Poor Grid. I mean, he's doing pretty good on unit value and unit count, so I don't feel that bad for him. And this, as well as time. Copter comes in. Well, it's going to die next turn. Combines. Recon kills. All right. Best Mike, what you gonna do, boy? Wait, did he see this tank move by? He did. He knows this tank moved by. If he was paying attention, he can reveal and kill it. Infantry moves there. Attack with the artillery. Attack with the tank. And you got a free tank kill. Can Best Mike scrap it out? Bomber coming in. BM Bomber. Maybe getting a little too cocky now for Vulcan Grey. Best Mike. Oh, and he has a copter out of position. He does the reveal. Free copter, free tank. Best Mike is back in it. And he left the infantry vulnerable. Gets the cap. Game's not over, folks. Game is not over. Best Mike now just needs to kill that copter. He does. Kills the recon. He can hit the tank with a power. Beep, beep, bonk. He does have a power. That tank's gonna get spanked. Saxon infantry. Okay, he needs to get it down below 2. Can he do that with his weak little slop units? I would think so. Especially with the power. Oh yeah, he definitely can. Plops on the HQ. Kills off an infantry too. Defends that infantry. I don't know. Okay. Just like that. Ahead 50,000. 8 units. Behind 3K, but I mean, 2 free copters. A tank. It's pretty decently covered as well. I mean, you can attack from here without getting hit from the power, but from here, you're going to get spanked by this one. Lost a lot of units over here, and of those 23, 1, 2, 3 are slop. And most of Blue's units, other than this 3 HP artillery, are pretty full health, and this is anti-air, but there's plenty more. Best Mike. Impressively played, but Vulcan Grey's got a card up his sleeve. Ex Machina, as they say in Black Hole. But one thing Best Mike forgot. Hit him on the HQ. It's bad enough that he didn't have a target, didn't build a medium tank or something here to draw the target. What's worse, it's in the most vulnerable part of the map. And will Vulcan Grey take advantage of it? I think so. Captures the HQ. Yeah, he doesn't care. It's whatever. Well, none of these can move. That's an Ex Machina right there. These are just useless. You wish you could delete this. You can't even delete the unit because it's already moved from the Ex Machina. This tank cannot interrupt. His own units are blocking him from interrupting the HQ cap. The only way to stop this cap is to get a CO power, but there's not nearly enough juice in the juice box to use a CO power. Best Mike resigns. I like this for a few reasons. I thought Best Mike played pretty damn well, other than forgetting about the his kills to death were incredible. Look how much more damage he did. 30,000 more damage, and he didn't even take his full turn. Very good job, KD ratio. Deployment was a little sussy. I wish he had an earlier tank for the recons and whatever, but I thought he did pretty dang good. I mean, Vulcan did leave a few copters hanging, but I think Best Mike did a pretty good job with his artillery as the game went on. And he was hunkered down and in position, but he forgot that one thing that mattered. The Ex Machina. You forget the Ex Machina. You forget the Rachel's missiles. You forget the Sturm Boomba, the Meteor Strike. You're in for a rough time. And that guaranteed Best Mike. He didn't even need to use these other infantry. Like, honestly, boom, bang, infantry caps here. You don't even need to move any other units. There's no way to break through this. This tank won't reach. Artillery can't reach without power. This tank can't reach. It was over. I thought it was pretty interesting to see the game decided by that, with blocked by your own units. I haven't seen that in a long time. But I was happy with how Best Mike played. I think he should keep up the grit play. I love seeing Grit and Fog in live play. I think he played pretty damn good for a tier 3 versus tier 1 matchup, honestly. Pretty impressive. But in the end, the Ex Machina. If he didn't have the superpower here, I'm pretty sure Best Mike would have won the game, honestly. He had such good unit count. He would slowly capture this property. He'd capture the comm tower. He's got more units. He's got more power. It would be a slog, but I think he could pull it off. But the Ex Machina, difference maker. Yeah, wild game. Anyway, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys were entertained. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.